Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Um, like, share, comment. Help your girl out. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified when your girl uploads another video. And watch the video and the ads till the end. Thank you. So I'm going to jump right on into it. I want to tell you guys a little story. And then I'm going to elaborate on it. As a little kid, have you guys ever heard that story about the little boy that cried wolf? Okay. So every day, he kept yelling out, there's a wolf over, there's a wolf trying to kill me. There's a wolf trying to kill me. And then these men would be out hunting. I don't know if it was every day, but I'm just giving you the story. When they was out hunting or whatever they was doing. Okay. I remember the story because it was told to me as a little girl. It's one of them little stories that your grandmama sit you down and tell you about. I'm getting ready to break it down to you. He always kept saying there was a wolf coming. There was a wolf there to kill him. And all the men that was around that heard his cry out would run to his rescue, and then he'd be laughing, saying, because it was a joke. Then he did it again. And, everybody heard him crying out. They stop what they doing. They go running, trying to save him. And then he fall out laughing again because it was a joke. He kept doing it. One day, he cried out for help. And he wasn't lying this time. It was really a wolf there. And he cried out and cried out for help. And they said, oh, there he goes again. It's acting like there's a wolf there. Okay? And it really was a wolf, and nobody believed him. Okay? I said that to say this. Our reputation precedes us. Your reputation will follow you to the day you leave this earth. My mother always told me that. My grandmother always told me that. We gotta watch what we do and say. We set a roadmap about ourselves. Okay? And your reputation do precede you. It do. Okay? Give you an example. I always been goofy. Okay, class clown. I always would make people laugh. I always was goofy. I went to my 30-year reunion. 30 years now. They see me. They hug me. They laugh. They say, girl, they go crazy. Yo, girl, you used to be crazy. Girl, you. They never forgot. They still say I'm crazy. They still say crazy traits. Girl, used to have us rolling your crazy ass. Not crazy like, psychopathic, just funny. Okay? And I'm like, damn, yes. People don't forget. Now, here's the thing. You can really change. You can really stop those things that you're doing and straighten yourself out and straighten your life out. All that. But people are still going to remember what you are capable of. And you could really be like, but I didn't do it. It was really sincere. Or that's not me. I'm not, doing such and such. I haven't did such and such in years. I haven't did it in months. I haven't did whatever it is. But because people remember what you have done, they know what you are capable of. And here's the one time you didn't do it. Here's the one time you were sincere. And everybody side-eyeing you. You can't get mad at them for that. Real talk. You know in your hearts of all hearts that you didn't do whatever they said that you did or whatever. I'm talking, this is just a general thing here. Just to let people know that your reputation precedes you. You can clean, is that somebody at my door? You can clean up your act. Hold on a minute. Sorry, you guys, had to go open my door. Now, where was I? You can change your act. You can change who you are. We all can. We want to change. We want to do better. We want to be wise and have the wisdom to change ourselves and do better. We want to do better. Sometimes you have a conviction in your heart when you be out there just running amok. Just running amok. And then you feel a conviction because you start getting older. You start the raft. See, some people don't want to deal with their raft of their destruction. You running around here running amok. You are running amok. And now you don't want to face your raft of what you have done. You have to face your raft. You have to face your raft. You've done it. But okay, you're changing now. You want to be a better person for yourself. You want to be a better person. Okay? But you cannot get upset. Well, you can. You own your feelings because getting upset is a feeling. But rethink it. Okay? Rechannel your upsetness and put your upsetness on yourself. Because people, I'm going to say this again, your reputation precedes you. Okay? And when people realize what you are capable of, and they remember the past, they remember the things that you've done, it's hard for them to believe that you ain't done some new shit, okay? And it's like the little boy that cried wolf. He kept crying wolf, crying wolf. And then the one time when he really was serious, nobody believed him. The one time that you are doing the right thing, that your name should not be in the pot. Your name is in the pot because it always has been in the pot. Okay? And so it makes people be leery. They be side-eyeing you. They be one eyebrow up and one down at your ass. Like, okay, well, one eyebrow up, one down at your ass. Like, I don't know, y'all. I mean, it sounds good, but I don't know. We're going to have to wait to see what kind of wrath going to come behind it. We got to wait and see, y'all, because I don't know. We have to accept the fact that we have done something. Our reputation precedes us. Okay? And you can straighten up yourself going forward. Yes, you can. I encourage everyone to straighten up themselves going forward. But remember, people don't forget. They don't forget your trail that you left behind. They don't forget, the path that you have led, that you have made in the past. Even though you took on, you went right this time. First you was going left. Okay, I'm sitting in front of my computer getting ready to start work in a minute. But first you was going, your path was going to the left. Now you're trying to straighten up your path and go straight. But they remember that right, that left you was, they remember that left over there. Okay? So, your reputation precedes us. Our reputation precedes us. People don't, it could be years. And they be like, child, I remember back when we was kids and you ate your boogers. And you be like, I was 4 years old then. Why are you bringing that up? Because they ain't forgot. It was funny or it was weird, it was nasty. Whatever was in their thought of it, they ain't forgot. And when they can see you 20, 50 years later, you could be old, walking with a cane, 1 foot in the grave, and the other one on a banana peel, bitch about to die. And you run into an old friend at the elderly community center. And they be laughing, teeth falling all out, the dentures poking out and stuff, laughing so hard that they remember back 60 years ago when you was a kid. Okay? People don't forget the raft that you have created. Okay? So I encourage everyone to, pick up a new leaf. It's always never too late to change. It's never too late to ask God for forgiveness, but we first got to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to accept those things we did. We have to accept all that and forgive ourselves. Then we're able to move on. But just remember, your reputation precedes you. And all you can do is just keep being the good person, keep changing, keep doing better, don't let someone's opinion and their memory of you or what you did in the past hold you back from keep moving forward. See, you fighting through that now because it could change. Eventually people will start trusting you again and believing, no, she been doing good for the past, it takes time for people to change their opinion of you. It takes time for your raft to die down. Just like a big, huge fire. It could take days for fire to go out. When there's a big, huge fire, it could take months. I'm just saying. But in that's just in layman's terms. But in real life situations, it could take years for people to start changing their opinion of you. It takes time because you have to do some things differently. They have to see you moving different. They have to see you moving different. But if you're still moving the same way, but you professing that you moving different, you sit up and talking about, you professing that you moving different, but physically, and they see all these things you're doing, you still moving the same way, but you professing that you're not, but you really are. So somebody's in denial. Okay, who's in denial? The person watching you or you? Who's in denial? See, denial plays a big part of that too. We be in denial. We be saying, no, I don't do those things anymore. But you're still doing some other things. You may not be doing that particular thing, but you're doing some underlying things. When you really want to change your reputation, it starts inside. It starts with you first, and then your reputation, it starts, it it starts falling off. That old stuff starts falling off, and then it just becomes a memory. Okay, but you have to work for that to just be a memory. I remember back in the day when you used to, that's what you want to hear. You want to hear when they say, when you used to, girl, you used to run them up. Look at you now. You doing this, you doing that. I remember back when you used to do this and do that. Girl, you changed so much. That's what you want to hear. But you got to work for that. That ain't going to come with just one little incident. You got to work for it. You got to work to build your reputation up better. You got to work to build up trust. Okay, you got to work to change people's opinion of you, which people's opinion of you don't matter. But what I'm saying is, as a person, it don't matter what somebody think of you. I'm not trying to say that you should care about what people think. Okay, but doesn't it feel good, though, when people think highly of you? Doesn't it feel good when people have nice things to say about you? Do you want everything somebody say to be bad? I know it doesn't matter what people say and what they think of you. You have to live your own life. But doesn't it feel good when people want you around? When they want to be involved with you? When they want your presence and they have good things to say? That feels good. You got to work towards it because, again, your reputation precedes you. Our reputation precedes us. Okay? And we have to work inside to get things to be different. And it makes you feel good. It builds your confidence. It builds your self-esteem. It makes you feel good when you see some growth in yourself and some change in yourself. But you can't just, when, you have to remember that little story about the boy that cried wolf, okay? He just kept doing it. And one day, when he really was telling the truth, nobody believed his ass. And can you imagine what happened? That wolf ate his ass up. Okay? So you have to remember, it's hard for people to remember that, and this could be the one time you didn't do it. Look, the one time you were serious. The one time you were sincere. The one time you really didn't steal that stuff out the grocery store. The one time you didn't steal it. Okay? The one time but they accusing you of stealing it. The police come, everybody, she did it. Because they so used to you doing it. And this is the one time you didn't steal it. The one time you told the truth that it wasn't you. You got proof it wasn't you. And they still don't believe you. Look, because you have done so much. You have stole so much. Till the one time you really didn't, they don't believe you. You got to work to get out of that. You got to work to get your reputation back to health. Okay? You got to work at it. It starts inside. And it starts with accepting things. It starts with getting out of that denial. Okay? And you can't get mad because people are kind of leery and side-eyeing your intentions. Okay? It's like, okay, maybe she or he is serious this time. Maybe they are really serious. But now it didn't jump from that to, but what's their intentions though? Why they being, it's just like a person being mean to you. Or you got a husband, they always be mean to you. Then one day he come in the house with flowers and taking you out to dinner. And you be like, okay, this is nice. But, you start wondering, now why is he taking me out to dinner? Why he gonna bring me them bouquet of beautiful red roses? Okay, you enjoying yourself and all that, but in the back of your mind and your facial expression is like this. You eating the food, but you like, okay. The one time he could be really serious. He could be feeling some conviction inside of himself, and he really wanna be nice to you. He really feels bad about how he treated you. He really could be feeling some really deep feelings and some emotions about how he's been treating you. And so now he wants to start trying to do nice things. And it's hard for you to believe that those nice things that he's trying to do is coming from the right place. You're thinking, now what is his intentions? You waiting for the bomb to drop. You waiting for the bomb to drop. Okay, you just gonna go with the flow. You're gonna go on and let him do all these nice things, but in the back of your mind, you preparing yourself for the bomb. You preparing yourself for this big old bomb to drop. That's what people do. When you just start changing all of a sudden. It wasn't gradual. You didn't show any empathy. You didn't show any remorse for any of the raft that you caused. That'd be different if you was doing things and you was showing some kind of remorse for it along the way. But when you never showed remorse for those things you did, and then all of a sudden you have this epiphany that you need to change, and you start changing, and it makes people, okay, but what brought this on all of a sudden? Like, why is he changing all of a sudden? Like, what's going on? And even though in your heart you know that you just need to change, you know you need to do better. But people on the outside looking at you like, you never thought about doing better before. They side-eyeing your ass. Because when you was out there doing your raft, you wasn't showing no remorse. You wasn't showing no empathy. Your intentions was to hurt. Now, if you was doing those rafts back in the day, but you was still like remorseful and sorry about it, and you was doing things and you'd be like, damn, I gotta stop, and people can see that you're struggling with this, you're conflicted, you're struggling with this. They see that you want to do good, but you keep doing bad, but they can see this goodness in you because you really want to do good. But when look, I think you guys get my message. Your reputation precedes you. And you have to work to change that. You have to work to change the perception that people have of you. It can be changed, but you have to work at it. Okay? You have to work at it. That's all I'm saying. We all are a work in progress, but we have to work at changing people's perception of us. We have to work at it with ourselves first. And then once you start working on it, it's going to show. It's going to come out. But it takes time. And you can't get mad at them one eyebrows up and one's down at your ass. That's it, y'all. That's it. Remember the little boy that cried wolf. Sometimes, as human beings in our life, we are that little boy that cried wolf. That's it, y'all. That's it. I'm done. I hope you guys got something out of this message. It was something that's been on my heart. And that's what I do. I like to talk about things that's on my heart. Okay? And don't forget to hold your head up, okay? Don't be walking around with your nose and shit in your face all frowned up because you are going through what you're going through. It's nobody else's fault that you're going through what you're going through, okay? And don't let nobody steal your joy that you worked so hard to get, okay? And I will catch you in the next video. Peace.